Welcome to Allegedly Wednesdays, where all things said are alleged, honey. How is everybody doing today? I thank you to everybody that's in membership because this is well, if you count the interruptions, this is like our third live today. But if you come over to Twitch, what I'm about to say, you already know, So over on Twitch on Friday, for Allegedly Fridays, I tapped into a male figure that would be showing up at the trial between Milagro and Megan that would be taking up for Milagro, but they would be combative with the other court reporters, and the jump off between them was going to be more exciting than what was actually happening in the court. Now, everybody was down in the comments saying, Dennis, Dennis, Dennis. Well, honey, surprise, surprise. What we did not expect was Donat and Armand Wiggins. And baby, set it off. They did. Whoo-wee. So, when I tell you that was the second day of court. And y'all, that's crazy that a marshal got involved, brought it to the attention of the court with, I believe it was one of Megan's lawyers, that a person was threatening another person in the restroom. So when I heard who it was, I kind of cackled because I said, you know what, that sounded about right. That sound about right. Like these two, that sound about right. So I watched their commentary last night, and for the most part, it was impartial as it can be. Um, Only thing that I fought Donat on is that Donat kept claiming that Milagro shared the video. He said that he didn't see any cyber stalking or anything like that. They would get her for sharing the video. She never shared the video. She commented, "Go to my likes." That's not sharing the video. So when people were correcting him in the comments, he refused to read those comments. And I noticed that people told him repeatedly in those comments that she did not share the video. That's not what happened. He would not read those comments. He went back to dragging Armand. It ain't even that she liked it. She put a comment up that said, "Go to my likes." She didn't even tell you what to look for in her likes. It said, "Go to my likes." It's thousands of likes. So it's up to you to see whatever it is in the likes and you pick what it is that you wanted to see. Hey, Fee. So that was a huge thing with me because it's like if you're talking about everybody else and you're going to, share and get it right, when people are correcting you in the comments and they're updating you, you should be reading that. Because this is going to go down in history as a part of court reporting. Now, I will say, I don't really watch Armand too much, but his commentary was a cackle. Okay, it was entertaining. He actually did better than I expected. When he kept saying that the damn stenographer was nodding off in court and he could tell her ass had fell asleep and she couldn't hear, and every 5 to 10 words she kept saying, "Huh? What? Say that again." Y'all, I was over here screaming. Okay? I was over here screaming. screaming. And then he said that it was parts of Milagros' testimony, because he said that he was like right behind where I guess you could say either the equipment or a camera was. And he kept saying, like, bitch, don't look at me. Why you look over here? Like it was hard for him to hold it together if she looked at him and he was trying to not make eye contact. Like, I'm looking at you and you looking at me and you looking at me and I'm looking at you. Baby, when I tell you, that had me done. And then when he went off to talk about, he was like, she was doing good until they played that station head. And he was like, what did he say? He was like, that's a big bitch. I wouldn't fight it either. I had to run that bitch over with my car. And he started to say what Millie was saying on the station head. And he was talking about how he was trying not to laugh in court. I said, well, damn. Okay. So, yes, the potato under the wig, the nappy wig, like, Lord have mercy. And he said that he liked the one juror, but the juror was dressed like an old church pimp in the three-piece red suit in court. And I'm thinking to myself, like, who the hell wear a three-piece red suit in court? Like that? Like, first of all, it is Florida, so Florida, they're a little progressive or whatnot. But I don't remember ever seeing a principal in a three-piece red suit, let alone wearing it to damn court. Like, you literally went for jury duty where they selected the jurors in this damn three-piece red suit. Oh, Lord. It was certain parts, y'all, that had me done. Like, what's the part? Oh, where he said, now him and Donat both said that, you said, how do pimps dress? Very loud and colorful, possibly in gaiters. I don't know where you from, but I hope that helps you. So him and Donat both said that Megan's lawyers were asking questions that were opening up answers that they kept trying to shut her down to keep her from speaking. And I'm just like, wait a minute. When he asked, what was the question? Did Sunstar tell her anything that she was not supposed to repeat? And she said, no, anything she wasn't supposed to repeat about that night. And she said that, yeah, he said that Tori went over to the house that night and Kylie and Megan called him over there. And when he got there, they told him, welcome to the Pussy Palace. And she said before she could finish saying that, the lawyer was like, hey, wait a minute, stop, you're talking too much. I said, not you're talking too much. First of all, come on now. You asked the damn question. So you mean to tell me this is supposed to be a defamation case? These are the things that you were supposed to talk to your client about so that you knew what type of questions to not ask, let alone how to structure the questions that you were going to ask. And then there was the comment they said that Millie made about if she could pull a gun out right now and shoot somebody in the court, it doesn't mean that anybody got shot. And he said that the judge was like, what? A gun? Pull a gun out where? Y'all, when I tell you the foolishness of it all, now I got to get caught up on what was going on today because I took a break for myself, okay? I called myself. Yes, he said, excuse me. That's what he said. The judge said, like, excuse me. But I took a break today and I had to, I had a hair treatment. So thank you to all of y'all that were here with me earlier in membership. Y'all, I did a whole entire hour and a half live. And come to find out, after I was done, because I did it in private so everybody could watch it, after I was done, there was no sound. So I just popped back on and did another hour and a half live for my people in membership. And I didn't get to do nothing else I wanted to do for the day. Thank you, Miss Conceited. I didn't get to do nothing else I want to do for today. So I got to get caught up on today's testimony. The one thing I saw, well, I'll say two things I saw. I saw that Big Back Ferris got on the damn stand and claimed that Meg went to therapy after the so-called AI video came out, and she spent $250,000 for therapy, and she couldn't come out of her room. And I ain't gonna say nothing about nobody's trauma. Everybody's trauma is everybody's trauma. But I will say this: why did you put more effort into going to therapy and blaming Millie than you put into going after the people who actually created the video and the initial people who released it? Because was it Bimbo something? Whoever the Bimbo person was, or the Bimbo site, why didn't you go after the Bimbos? Because that's who initially shared it, and they got the timestamp on it. So if you know they shared it, you notice where this came from. Why is Bimbo not in court? Why aren't you suing Bimbo? Now, here's the other part. I remember when this information came out, you were on stage crying and twerking and twerking and crying and crying and twerking and twerking and crying. So was this like video therapy? Was the therapist flown out on the tour? Like, when did you go to therapy? That's what I want to understand here. And I'm not saying that to be funny. You were on tour. You were on stage crying. And then Cobra came on, and then you started throwing that ass in a circle. So if you were on tour, was this like, Zoom sessions, Teledoc Health? And girl, why you ain't got no damn insurance? $240,000 for some therapy? I paid $240,000 for some therapy. You gonna fix my ancestors? Damn, fixing me. My whole family tree gonna be corrected. And then I see the therapist that they had come to court today, who was talking about battered women's syndrome. What the hell is she doing here for battered women's syndrome when that AI tape couldn't have possibly put its hands on you because it's an inanimate object? Millie didn't hit you. So why do we have a battered women specialist coming to court telling us about battered women and battered women's syndrome when nobody in this equation hit your ass? I mean, is nobody asking why are we doing that? I could see emotional distress. I could see punitive damages. I could see, mental anguish. But battered women's syndrome? You say my ancestors worry about what? Okay, well, let's get you out of here because they ain't going to worry about your dumb ass being in the chat no more. There we go. Bye. See, I troll back. There you go. Straight to the curb. We ain't got no time to be playing with you with your simple-minded glue stick eating ass. I think that's offensive to battered women as well. I do. I I don't know about, I think that her and Emilio's case might be running concurrent. They may have pushed one back. So I want to tap into the Donat and Armand Wiggins situation, because I want to understand more about what actually happened. Domestic violence doesn't even have anything to do with this case. That's why I'm saying it doesn't make sense to me that she would bring in a battered woman specialist when you're not battered in this case. And if we're going to be fair, you went to jail for possibly battering your ex-boyfriend. So can we use battered man syndrome? Yes, the shirt does say Voltron. So, I mean, it's like you doing a whole lot and not enough at the same time. And what did this lady charge? Was she the 240,000? I hope not. I hope not, because she looked like she ain't got $2.50 worth of advice. You can't tell me, with all the battered women's shelters where women literally are escaping chaotic situations with no family, nowhere to go, how much does the therapy cost for literally housing those women and getting them therapy and helping them to get back reacclimated with life? Because I promise you, it's nowhere close, not even like an eighth, not even an eighth of that. And 240K, like, what did this therapy entail? How long was this therapy? From what date to what date? Well, they said the judge and the jurors were confused a couple days ago. According to the jury, they said, who the hell is Kelsey? Who is Kylie? And who the hell is Tony Lanez? Those are real questions from the jury. Tony Lanez and who is Kelsey? The jury don't know nothing about nothing. I thought that was a joke at first until I saw several people say it, and I said, girl, what? Y'all did, how did y'all pick this jury pool? Like, yes, baby, Tony Lanez. That, and yes, the judge mispronounced his name in the first place. And then the judge had to come back and tell her lawyers that they need to they need to do a better job of explaining who everyone is, because the jury had no idea who any of these people were and what the significance was of what was being said. Yes, I'm not joking, y'all. Tony Lanez. This is exactly what they said. Welcome to premium content. Thank you for joining. Y'all, I said, is this even a real case at this point? Like, is this like National Lampoons? Like, what is this, like, Mad TV and Living Color? Like, is this real at this point? Is this really real at this point? Who the hell is Kelsey? Who is Kylie? And who is Tony Lanez? Thank you, S. Bodie. Bless you. Can you imagine? You in court. You're literally in court. Can you imagine? This whole case is based around the very people they said, who is that? Y'all, they didn't even know that the Kylie they was talking about was Kylie Kardashian. Just lost. Just lost. A whole fool and a half. Kylie Kardashian Jenner baby, they didn't know. They had no idea. No idea. Can you imagine, between Armand and Donat, they said the stenographer sleep, she missing stuff, she asking people almost every 10 words, huh, what you say? She got to go back because she can't keep up. They said they think she falling asleep in court. She can't keep up. She's not hearing stuff. The jury don't know nothing about who y'all talking about. Her lawyers are asking questions and then getting mad when Millie answered the questions, and the questions are incriminating their client. Like they played the station here where Millie was talking about, Megan, she believed that she had a substance abuse problem, but it came from Megan talking about having a drinking problem. So now you've reiterated that your client said that she has a drinking problem. And then they turn around and bring up the comment about what Millie says she think that she's slow, a Riri. And they want to know why would she say that. And she said because her friend contacted me and it was a rumor about her possibly sleeping with T. Ferris, and the friend said that's not possible because he's her guardian, and they put that up in court. So naturally, if somebody got a guardian and they're adult, I am prompt to believe that they got an issue, because why does a grown person have a guardian? I said, Lord, and how much are these lawyers at this point? Because they're not helping. The help is not helping. I mean, if I was literally in the jury pool, I'd be like, why do she have a guardian? You got a guardian? I ain't got a guardian. Why would she have a guardian? Like, that would be a question that now me as a juror who has no idea who Tony Lanez is, doesn't know who Kelsey could possibly be, I would want to know why you got a damn guardian. I mean, do you have one? Are you slow? Why you got one? So I don't feel like, the lawyers on Megan's side did their best work yesterday. But God bless them for being, slow, allegedly. Because, I mean, it's when the help is not helping. Listen, the Who is Tony Lanez is, baby, that's epic. I might get a shirt that says Who is Tony Lanez. Oh, let me put my charger in so I can go ahead and get started. So how did they pass the bar? Baby, I don't know. But I mean, I hope these are not thousands of dollars an hour attorneys, because God, woo, sweet baby Jesus. You might need to just go get you a ghetto girl with a 27 piece that know how to argue, because I guarantee you she ain't gonna let shit slide. Okay, you get her to run down, tell her what's going on. Okay, make sure you got her gay best friend, because that's gonna be her co-counsel. They will argue this case and get your ass up out of this. Like, cause this right here, this ain't working. Not the way that it's working. The way y'all doing it, no, it's not working. Would you say she need a Kira lawyer on God, on facts on facts on facts? Because a Kira lawyer was not here to play. When she asked him, do you consider yourself the man of the house? And he said, yeah. And she said, how can you consider yourself the man of the house when you don't pay bills? And he had to just sit there and, Lord. Whoo! Somebody go get Legally Blonde. Go get Elle from Legally Blonde. Because I bet you Elle could have rocked this, honey. She'd have came in there pumping through in her Gucci and her Ferragamo, all pink, fresh blonde hair, and she would have rocked this, okay? Because y'all wasn't ready. Now go get Martin. Woo. So y'all, it's enough of y'all in here. So there's enough of y'all in here. So let's go ahead and tap into the energy between Armand and Donat. Cause honey, you said the dog would have been the co-counsel and would have been great at it. All his barks would have been on cue. That objection. Woo! Lord have mercy. Show me the energy around Donat. Show me the energy around Donat. Was Donat actually threatening somebody in the bathroom, or was he rapping T.I. as he said he was? Lord, show me Donat. Mm. Mm. Okay, so we got a situation, a cycle that came to an end after a heavy burden or a hardship was brought upon somebody due to the Three of Pentacles, someone collaborating together. Okay, so Donat's energy is saying that they were trying to close out his cycle and cause him heavy burdens. They were collaborating against him. That's pretty much lines up with what he said under that damn palm tree, which I thought that was funny in itself. Like you throwing shade under a palm tree. Look at that. So his cards are lining up with what he said. He's saying that folks collaborated against him, but we're going to see if it was actually Armand that collaborated against him, because he's saying that it was Armand, Pam Esquire, and a lawyer that was representing Megan's side. This, if I'm hearing him right. So Wounded Warrior, 8 of Swords, 9. Okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. So we got the Wounded Warrior. Okay. So we've got the 8 of Swords and the Wounded Warrior, 9 of Wands. So, Wounded Warrior is, either someone who has been wounded in battle or someone who has been through a lot. And either way, it's like, had he have wounded him, he would have definitely went straight to jail, no stop, pass, go. And it seems like, this was a wish fulfillment. So he may have wanted to whoop his ass. Okay. I'm trying to see did he actually say it. Seem like it's a wish fulfillment, like I would if I could. The Tower, 6 of Cups. So it feels like Donat's issue is more of a Tower due to his past history. 6 of Cups in the Tower, 7 of Swords. Someone feeling like they can't trust him due to past history. Page of Swords. So it seems like eyes were on him the moment he got there. Uh, Page of Pentacles came in working, okay? The moment he got there, eyes were on him because it's like someone was already alerted to his past history. They felt like he was going to possibly be someone who they should have kept their eyes on because they heard about him. Would you say Armand beat him up before? Oh Lord. Now see, I don't know nothing about that. This is some shenanigans. So we, like I said, I see. Okay, so we do have a wounded warrior here on the table. Thanks for clarification. And we got a tower here because it's like there's a past history. Tower to the Six of Cups. And eyes were on him once again because they have a past history. Oh, they got into it a few times. Not they just need to be together. Said yes during Baddie's event. Lord. Said they definitely fought before. See, I don't watch Baddies, so y'all putting me up on things. So no wonder they had their eyes on the both of them watching them. Somebody put the people up in the court on them and told them to keep an eye on them. Okay? So even gave us the whole thing Millie said behind her reasoning why she supports Tory. The other two glossed over it. It wasn't important. Let's see. So they definitely got a history. Got it. That's why they told them to watch these two. Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups. So it's like, you know, both of them feel like, it's like I have too much invested in this. It'd be a deep regret. Like came here to work. So it's like, okay, I got to make sure that I do what I got to do because it would be a deep regret because of how much I have invested in this situation. Okay. Seven of Pentacles is a lot to invest in a situation. King of Cups. So he decided to, you know, keep it mute and keep it cute. Like no matter how deep I am in my feelings, I ain't going to say nothing. Even though, you know, I feel like, you know, being aggressive. Okay. Lord. Uh-oh. Ten of Cups and the Strength. So Ten of Cups represents family. So he may have had somebody that was close to him that told him like, look, you need to hold it together. You need to, you know, handle your business, do what you got to do because you're here for work. So he decided to, like I said, keep it cute and keep it mute, keep it pushing. I got to do what I got to do. I spent a lot to come here. I got a lot invested. So let's try to, you know, pretend to agree to disagree. Page of Cups and the High Priestess. So it's like, it's a lot going on behind the scenes when it comes to him and Armand. And Page of Cups is not just about an apology, but this is about, I barely even speak to you. I didn't even say nothing to you. Not really knowing where this situation is coming from. The High Priestess. Like, this is a whole lot. Like, what the hell is really happening here? He's even like, I didn't even really say nothing to the people that was involved in, you know, whatever the comments were. Okay. A lot of anxiety about this situation in work. I'm trying to make sure that you keep the peace with work because I think they made it very clear to the both of them that, you know, somebody can go to jail. If it wasn't strongly said, then I feel like it was strongly implied. But they definitely could go to jail. Eight of Swords. And this is not just contempt of court. This is like locked up, locked up. So Hangman and the Ace of Wands. So y'all, these two, I'm trying to be so cute and tiptoe around this because I'm only asking about court, but it's so many layers to this onion between the two of them and how far back this go and what's really going on with the two of them. But at the end of the day, somebody literally warned the court about the both of them, their history, and what's going on. Now, how would Megan's lawyers know that these two got a history? And Pam Esquire, why did you get involved and say anything? If Armand, has a mouth and because he's claiming he don't know who said what. And I got a Hierophant that popped up. So that could possibly be true. But Pam, why you say anything? Because if Armand didn't go and report it, and Donat didn't go and perform it, report it, excuse me, like, why did you say anything? Like, let the boys handle boys' business. Stay out of that. You weren't in the men's restroom. You don't know what the hell was said in there. You don't even know if somebody washed their hands when they got finished shaking it. Queen of Pentacles. So it was a petty ass woman that went and reported this. Queen of Pentacles, Three of Cups. This was a woman who went and gossiped and alerted somebody. So this busybody woman, you caused a lot of conflict that did not have to happen. And it seems like whoever this woman is, this is an older woman at that, who alerted them to watch them. Now, who is this woman? Because it doesn't have to be Pam. Pam was not the only woman there. Okay? She's not the only woman there. So we're not going to make it seem like Pam was the only woman there, because I'm only mentioning Pam because do not mention Pam. Well, whoever this woman was someone who has a lot on the line. Okay? Wheel of Fortune, Three of Cups. They wanted to control this narrative. And what this is starting to feel like to me is this woman wanted to kill two birds with one stone. This woman wanted to make sure that these two would not be reporting because they could not control either one of them. As much as these two don't like each other, they came to work. This person has a lot riding on this. And they do a lot of side conversations, a lot of gossiping. They communicate in and out of conversations with multiple people. Two of Pentacles. So it ended up, teeter-tottering on what was going to happen. And believe it or not, Queen of Cups, the judge decided to have compassion. It was like 50-50. I'll just give you a warning. They didn't expect this to be a warning, and because it was a warning, this person had deep regrets. They wanted the both of them thrown out of court, y'all. So I want y'all to think about this. Who is this woman that would have direct or indirect contact with Megan's lawyers? Who could this be that has direct or indirect contact with Megan's lawyers? Des wasn't there. We can't blame Des for this one. She wasn't present. We're talking about who was present. King of Cups, Queen of Wands. So whoever this King of Cups was, who's attached to the Queen of Wands, the focal point of this case, okay? You know, very, very toxic and obsessive, okay? Very, very toxic and obsessive. Very obsessed with this situation. Wanted to silence the both of these gentlemen, okay? The Lovers and the Ten of Cups. So the Lovers is not necessarily about, lovers. This can be somebody who is working in conjunction with the family, someone who is colluding with the family, or people that are close. And they're trying to help things move along in a certain fashion. So who the hell would actually have access to people that are close enough to be considered family, who can get messages back to certain people who are in direct proximity of the plaintiff and her lawyers? So there was a collaboration, but I don't think Donat and Armand know who actually collaborated. But I'm glad they didn't get kicked out, because the both of them have been doing a better job than most of the people covering this. And I did notice that Kenneth has kind of softened up her approach in the way that she reports ever since the both of them showed up. So, like it or not, whether these two get along or not, them being there is bringing some type of balance. Five of Pentacles and the Devil. Yeah, somebody feels ostracized, they feel left out, they feel asked out, and they are very obsessed with this situation. They did not get what they wanted. Knight of Cups. So here it is. Now they're trying to offer, a white flag, or, trying to be kinder towards people who are here to work, who are helping to get messages out. Ain't that about nothing? You secret coward. Everybody there to do their job. You report the way you want to report. You let them report the way they want to report. Leave folks alone. King of Wands and the Two of Wands. Yeah, a decision got to be made, because this King of Wands, this fire sign, there's going to be a hangman coming soon attached to this fire sign, and everybody's going to see it. Also, y'all, the Lovers represents Gemini. Hold on. What is it with the Gemini and their family? Wait a damn minute. Justice and Temperance. Okay, so y'all, this is crazy. Like I said, they got a second chance. By the court, we're going to overlook this. We'll give you a chance to do what it is that you need to do. so that, you know, you two can do your job, but don't cause any more issues. I don't know if he got any family that work in law enforcement down there, but somebody decided to leave him the hell alone. I tell you that. Mm, yeah. So whoever this was took a leap of faith to spread this gossip. Because they needed them to leave and they needed this to go in a whole new direction. So let me pull some cards from Armand's side. Let me switch the deck. So there is people watching them for sure. And Donat said that from the moment he got there, it was like eyes were on him, and he's not lying. But it seems like somebody who knew he was coming had already reported to somebody that he was coming and he might be a problem. Now, who would literally be that petty to try to get them on a watch list before they could even work? Alrighty, Armand, Armand, Armand. Show me the energy around Armand. Did Armand collude against Donat? Or is he oblivious? Did Armand collude against Donat, or is he oblivious? Y'all, this is kind of funny. I think the both of them being played to the middle, because you got a Knight of Wands here, which means he was running late, like damn near in and out. But you see, like, you know, an offer here, like somebody was offering to assist him, but here he is rushing in. So who came to offer him something as he's rushing in? Now, I don't get that they both in cahoots. I would have pulled that already. Okay, so the Strength and the Death card. Yeah, same energy, y'all. Just, it was a wish fulfillment for somebody to come through aggressively and bring a situation to an end. Now, you see, once again, this is a woman behind the lion. So it's kind of interesting, because this is what this looks like is that Armand did not have time to go tell anybody anything because he was rushing in, possibly running late. He may have just slid into his seat, hadn't been there that long. So we got the judge here, the Hierophant, and it's like here's the judge coming through swiftly with a message. So he was alerted to this by the judge. He literally was alerted to this by the judge. So this is what's interesting. It's like they wanted to give him balance through a new beginning for him to defend himself after this message came in swiftly. But it's like give you balance through a new beginning to defend yourself. Like, I just got here. What the hell y'all talking about? Like, where is this message coming from? So y'all, somebody played this to the middle on the both of them. They both were kind of dumbfounded. Heartbreak, 10 of coins. So this is like, you know, this is costing me a lot of money. Like, what are y'all talking about? So both of them are, you know, like, look, I invested a lot in this. I done spent a lot of money. Hold on, hold on, hold on. King of Cups. So he was deep in his feelings, but it looked like he was going to stay quiet about this situation. But this happened really, really fast. They came at him very swiftly. So I don't think Armand had any plans on saying anything. That's not the energy that I got. He wasn't going to say anything. So we got the Page of Pentacles here, which is the card of work. He was going to be quiet and just work. And it's because he had invested too much money. What you said, his messy ass said that he was running late and had to leave 10 minutes early. Well, I mean, I'm looking at he rushed in. Like, Knight of Wands is like you damn near fumbled in, almost, you know, got in trouble for not coming in on time. So he was considering his options, was trying to figure out how he could just keep his mouth closed and work. Y'all, neither one of them went and said anything to the authorities. This was a third party. This was a third party. And it gives me woman energy. Yep. Somebody who is trying to protect their opportunities and their money. Well, whoever that white male lawyer is that claimed he heard something, when the judge asked him what he heard, he couldn't repeat what he heard. Pretty much as, you know, I heard something, it was a derogatory term, and then they asked, what did he say? He couldn't repeat what was said. So nothing was said if you can't remember what was said. So why would you say anything if you couldn't actually attest to what you really heard? So who put this lawyer up to what feels like a lie? And who is this woman who is in proximity enough to speak to the lawyers that is in direct contact with Megan's team? Because if you heard something that was derogatory words usually stand out. You remember a cuss word or a slur before you remember anything else. So how in the world did you hear something derogatory, and then when they said what was said, you couldn't say it? Would you say he was there to say he's not her guardian, but she lives with him and her personal manager, and he manages her finances allegedly? Well, guardianships can be looked up by the state, but here's the thing. That wouldn't even be in question if Megan's friend hadn't have said that. So is he not her guardian, or is he no longer her guardian? Because that could be a play on words. And why would she have to live with you as a grown-ass woman who is a multi-millionaire and you work for her? Last time that I checked, You had to live with Carl. So if you were living with Carl, how in the hell she end up living with you? When did you get a house? Not to say that he couldn't since he started working at Rock Nation, but why does a woman who's known to the world as a multimillionaire need to live with you if you're not, her guardian? Why does that need to happen? So this testimony definitely gave guardian. I don't understand I could see the manager living with the artist before the artist living with the manager if the artist is established. We're talking about 3 Grammys, multiple albums. Um, she's got different product endorsements out. Why would she need to live with you? That just, we're talking about someone in their 30s, right? And she has a multi-million-dollar boyfriend worth like what, almost 300 million? What? He can gift her a house every other couple of months. That makes no sense to me. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't that house in a trust that's under his name? Why is a house that she lives in, where you claim she lives with you, in a trust under your name, but you're not her guardian? Why would she trust you that much with such sensitive information like banking, housing, and things like that if she's fully capable of running her own affairs? So yeah, um, like I said, he rushed in swiftly. Like I said, this was causing him a lot of money. Um, Now he's being strategic. Also, Armand to some people can be known as sneaky. Okay, but I do not get that Armand did what Donat thinks he's done, and I do not get that Donat did everything that Armand thinks he's done. The energy I'm getting is they're being played to the middle. Now, because both of them can have this same energy, Seven of Swords, both of them don't trust each other. It's not hard to believe. It's a plausible story, okay? So, independent woman, 9 of Cups. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, this was a woman who, this was her wish fulfillment to narrow down the playing field. They wanted to control the narrative and what was said, what was reported out of court. They knew they couldn't control the both of them. This goes back to a woman trying to make sure that certain narratives were prominent. And here it is again. Somebody was told to consider their options, 7 of Cups, and stay on high alert, Ace of Swords, and watch him because he was aggressive. The same message went out about the both of them. Same message went out about the both of them. They got a history. Watch them. They could be aggressive. And this went straight to the judge, because this was falling under the Hierophant. Why would you play with people's lives like this? What if this caused an altercation and somebody actually got attacked by law enforcement and got arrested? You don't know how law enforcement could handle something like this. Like somebody could have really gotten hurt and apprehended because of this. It don't matter what the outside of the court shenanigans were. You don't play with people's lives like this. If you didn't see anything actually happen in that court, you don't go and build a narrative and tell somebody that somebody could be hurting someone or to watch out because these men could be violent, because people can get hurt like that. You don't know how law enforcement can respond. This wasn't, honey, you're not listening to what I'm saying. You said these men need to be called out. You're on a whole nother level. This is not the men who did this. This is a woman who did this. This is a woman. This wasn't men that did this. This is a woman. This woman played the victim, manipulated the narrative, went to law enforcement and to legal representatives and played the, well, I'm just concerned role and pushed this. I'm glad that Donat and Armand held their composure, because this could have really, really went in a terrible direction if they had have allowed themselves to become angry. They would have automatically been triggered and said, oh, there it is. That's exactly what she said. He's aggressive. Get him out of here. And they would have been able to wrestle him down and do all kinds of stuff to him because of what was being told. Stuff like this is dangerous. You don't play with people's lives like that. Yeah, and this was somebody who really, really, really played it. I mean, when I say laid it on thick, well, I love that both of them. This really just breaks my heart that this is even a situation. The Ace of Cups falls under the Three of Swords. And it would just be a wish fulfillment if they both just go. I just think that they both should leave. This is going to turn into a spectacle. This is all this was about, was to get the both of them out of the courtroom. That's all this was, to get them both out of the courtroom. So you got the Devil here and the Ace of Swords. So the truth is going to come out eventually about this toxic person. But for now, people are keeping their mouths shut. And they're trying to just push through, get through this case, do their jobs, and go home. But somebody's obsessed with finding out the truth behind what actually happened. Yeah, like I said, this person, they have a lot on the line. They make a lot doing this, or they're expected to receive a lot from doing this. And Hangman, everything that they have is literally hanging in the balance right now. It's literally hanging on by a thread. The World, yeah. Well, here's the good thing. When this is all said and done, this half of opportunities is coming to an end. It's a wrap for you. See, you feel it in your spirit that everything is coming to an end for you, but you feel it because it's already in action. The universe has already snipped the cords to all the capabilities and possibilities that you have coming. I didn't even see this at the bottom of the deck, the Two of Swords. What you wish unto others will be done unto you. This is why you don't wish anything against someone that hasn't done anything to you. If you send judgment, it needs to be righteous judgment. We are in the year of accountability. This is a heavy year for accountability. Next year, your opportunities are going to be drier than the Sahara. And it's going to slow down, it's going to come to a crawl, and then boom, there you go. And the very people that you tried to keep out this courtroom, they're still going to be giving commentary. Yep. So whoever this is that went into a contract to do this because this was a wish fulfillment to get them to leave. Oh, hold on. Somebody didn't want that to be said. This this was a wish fulfillment to get them to leave. Hold on. Because that's exactly the way it was before the cards dropped. A wish fulfillment to get them to leave. You collaborated because it's a lot on the line. Yeah. Got it. Collaborated. It's a lot on the line. Hangman for who? This very visible person. You're trying to keep someone that you are there for, because you're not there to cover the whole case. You're there to cover the case for a certain person. You're trying to keep someone that you are there for from having a stalemate when it comes to the conversation and the communications that are coming out of this case. You literally, your job was to control the narrative. I'm glad you failed. Yep, Three of Pentacles. Took this leap of faith to collaborate. So this was something that happened out of nowhere. Look at the little lap dog. Okay, you took this leap of faith to go to this person in secret, this moon, collaborated. And the collaboration, literally, y'all, hold on now. Is the judge a part of this collaboration? Allegedly. Is the judge a part of this collaboration? Let me get another deck. To everybody that always had jokes and loved to troll me down in the comments, call me now. Yes, we pulling out the Miss Cleo deck. Mm-hmm. Judge so-and-so, are you a part of this collaboration? Are you a part of trying to control the narrative of what comes out of your court? Oh, it's on Amazon, sweetheart, for under $8 right now. It's probably $8 and some change with the tax included. Ooh, Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a card of the past, going way back. The Magician. Someone who's able to make things happen or manipulate a situation or environment Allegedly. So you have a past of this. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Is this exposure? Is this exposure? Because the sun can be happier times or it can be exposure, but I feel like that's exposure. Seven of Swords. Why am I not surprised this came out? This is the overlay for the underplay, the backdoor card, the sneaky card, the underhanded card, and it's falling under the Hierophant, the Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Honey, this feels like you're a silent collaborator. Oh, boy. The Devil, King of Coins. King of Coins is not just a financier. That can be a husband. What's going on with you and your husband? Four of Swords. Heartbreak, the Ace of Cups. So heartbroken over someone you love, because a situation could be coming to a rest over a choice. What's coming to a rest over a choice? What you and your husband do allegedly? Oh, end of a cycle coming. For who? The lovers. The collaborators, the lovers. Honey, y'all might get a song or two up out of me tonight. Yeah, the Knight of Staves and the Four of Cups. This is an unrequited offer because you expected this situation to just be in and out, business as usual. Possibly death to be over, possibly be thrown out. This case wasn't supposed to go this far, allegedly. It should have been dismissed. It should have already been over. This was supposed to be literally like a blip on the radar. It wasn't supposed to kick up that much smoke. So now I get why Donat and Armand had to go. You two of the biggest mouths in the damn courtroom. Get their big mouth ass out of here. People listen to them. There's the card of cooperation. The Emperor. Who's this Emperor that you cooperated with? You got to understand, this ain't no plus Millie. Millie don't count in this equation because they're looking at Millie as if she's a small channel. Remember, Millie says she has 40,000 subscribers. They did not expect anybody to want to come out for someone who has what they think is a small channel. Especially not Big Mouth and Big Mouthus. What? And the more they argue and go back and forth, the more entertaining it is, and the more we watch and the more we want to see and the more we want to know. It's almost like it was by divine grace that you went against these two so they could talk even more and entertain the shit out of us. Now we really want to know what's going on. Now we know that 40K don't make or break Millie because Millie got big eyes watching her. And she's only at 40K because they keep taking her pages and balling them up and throwing them away. Millie be way bigger than 40,000 if they stop snatching her pages. But her reach is through the stratosphere. But you got to remember, these are people who didn't know who Tony Lanez was, okay? So they didn't think this was going to be a big deal. Who's going to care that much? She's not that big a blogger. She's, remember how they spoke on her. She's not a media affiliate. Nobody knows her. She just this loudmouth chick that's harassing people from her little teensy, tiny, incy ass page. This is the way they described her. So now you got bloggers that flew in. Remember, the first day, it was Donat. They wanted to say that Donat was over there talking to Millie. They couldn't get nothing out of that. They wanted to get rid of him the first day. Hi, B. Frost. Even though you changed your name. They wanted to get him out there the first day. That didn't work because they tried to say he was colluding with Millie. Y'all listen. He said that they were stating that he was coaching Millie on what to say, y'all. Not this loudmouth blogger from YouTube was coaching Milagro on what to say in court. That's what they said. Then they couldn't get him on that. Because Millie wouldn't talk. She wouldn't talk to nobody. It's like, I can't talk. So they didn't have nothing. So I want y'all to think about this. They tried to get rid of Donat the first day of court. Armand was not there yet. The second attempt was to take Armand and Donat and turn them against each other. So they wanted a certain influence out of that court from the very beginning. They had their certain people in place that were going to say what they needed them to say. That's it. That's all. But when these two spoke up, first of all, I'm proud of the both of them. I am proud of the both of them for how they conducted themselves, because they conducted themselves with sense, so that setup didn't work. So this is the second time they tried to get, the gossip sector from commentating out of the court. Because remember, I just told y'all, they said Donat tried to coach her on what to say. Now they saying these two are going to fight. How did they know who the both of them were and to target them? Who told these people who these folks were and to get them out of there? Did they already have a do not enter list, but they couldn't just tell people they couldn't enter because it was open to the public, so they already had a plan to pluck people like flowers? Now, she said she couldn't understand 80% of what Milagro was saying on her live because she can't understand African American slang or dialect. In Miami, y'all, out of all places, she can't understand Ebonics slang or African American dialect in Miami. And then you reprimand people for speaking Spanish in the court because you feel like they've been here too many years to not speak English. So if you don't understand what the hell Millie is saying, how do you know to target people who are in Millie's sector of YouTube? You shouldn't know anything about this sector of YouTube. Shouldn't this be out of your realm of knowledge and understanding? Shouldn't this be something that is beyond your watch list because it's not in your algorithm? These should appear to be random people in your courtroom. You shouldn't know anything about them. Hey, Sharda, welcome, sweetie. Yeah, you should know anything about him. Nobody else from the YouTube sector was, singled out outside of these two. So it's starting to look very peculiar. Millie does speak very clear and concise. And y'all got to understand, the Millie that is on air on Stationhead, which we all know, that's a character. Millie outside of Stationhead, very soft spoken, very well spoken, speaks very, very good English, has proper diction. Now, who remembers her on Ra Ali show when she used to co-host on her show? She was completely toned down, well spoken, very ladylike. That's right, very composed. So you mean to tell me you claim you couldn't understand 80% of what she was saying, but here she is right here in your court. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you. God, get that back to her tenfold. She's sitting right here in your court, and you can't ask her to elaborate on what she's saying so that you can have a proper context for the type of vernacular that she is choosing to use. I'm pretty sure those same people that you reprimanded for speaking Spanish because you claim they have been in the United States too long to not speak English, I bet you they understood what she was saying. Outside of who the hell is Tony Lanes. But then when she started to speak very eloquently, using proper diction, and she started to mention that Tory was invited over to Kylie's house by Megan and Kylie, and they told him, "Welcome to the palace." Oh, you understood that. When she said that one of her best friends contacted her and wanted to clarify that her and T. Ferris were not having a carnal relationship because that was her guardian, y'all understood that. So if you didn't understand her and this is not your type of entertainment and you've never heard of her, she's a small YouTuber, tell me how in the world have you heard of Donat and Armand? Because those are her peers in social media. And if you haven't heard of any of them, how do you know to target them? That shows two separate targeted attempts 2 days in a row. The first day at court, Donat by himself. The second day, Donat and Armand. Well, here's the thing. If she wasn't trying to be shady, then that means that she's not properly adequate for the job. She should recuse herself because this is out of her realm of understanding. If it's something that I clearly have no knowledge about, then I shouldn't have any judiciary opinion over it. So I should remove myself to allow someone who is better allocated to this job to do it. It's literally, why are you here, ma'am? I mean, in this case, let's go get Judge Judy. Whether she know who's who or not, Judge Judy is going to look at it and say, okay, this is this, this is this, this is this. Okay, let's go. You're not going to have jurors saying, who is Kelsey? Who the hell is Kelsey? Who is Tony Lanes? And why is Tory such a focal point in this case when you're coming after Milagro and the Tory's case is over? Y'all are trying to retry Tory in a whole nother case outside of the jurisdiction where it happened, and you're trying to literally put that nail in the casket again on Tory's public opinion, or the public's opinion of Tory. Oh, Judge Judy probably would have cussed out half the court. Let's go get her a Judge Millian at this point. Yeah, the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. So y'all, this judge, she didn't quite use her intuition, okay? And it's going to cost her 5 of Pentacles. It's going to cost her, because here's the funny thing. Donat and Armand are intelligent and petty in their own ways. And when you're talking about people who are intelligent yet petty, they will dig and dig and dig and dig until they hit gold. You said Millie Lawyers, Cook, Rock Nation, rep today. Amazing. Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. Right, and neither are, reside there. Right. So, Queen of Swords, 8 of Cups. Now it's to the point to where the judge is thinking that Megan should have walked away from this case. Oh, Judge Joe Brown would have literally cussed everybody out in the court. And he definitely would have wanted to know more about the damn Pussy Palace. Like, what? What type of party was this? Oh, it was a host party, allegedly. Yeah, she's feeling like she should have walked away from this. Because now she's realizing that things are getting exposed about this air sign that they did not expect to be exposed. Ten of Cups. Lord have mercy. 7 of Swords to the 10 of Cups. Y'all, this must be a family affair, because allegedly it feel like this family has some very, very, very deep roots in doing things in an unauthorized way, allegedly. Okay? And now they're juggling. Things are all up in the air. Show me the Devil. Knight of Swords. So they saw the both of them as toxic, and they wanted to hurry up and get all the information they can get off of them. So they, because they know, Page of Coins is like they came here to work, but they see them, well, their message, the way they deliver their message is toxic. Well, this is Florida. Don't Florida believe in freedom of speech? Isn't Florida huge on freedom of speech? Isn't that where 2 Live Crew was able to fight that case? And Springsteen let them use, Banned in the USA? Not in Florida. You can't sit up here and limit people's freedom of speech. Yeah, 4 of Swords. They wanted to manipulate this narrative, bring this to a rest. Okay, so yeah, they feel betrayed, and they find them as conflict in communication. So somebody is heartbroken because they don't like the way, as Millie say, they don't like the way these two give it up, honey. They don't want them to be able to say anything. They find their delivery is toxic to whatever it is they need done. Oh, thank you, Pink Sprinkles. I appreciate you. Said, Angel, you're so good at what you do. I don't think you remember telling us this case would play out like this, the exposure, and I don't remember if you said who, but yeah. Oh, thank you, love. Um, I can only give you the messages that the angels give me. So I try to stay humble because at the end of the day, the gift belongs to God. He allows me to use it. So he decides when I can have it and he can decide, when to take it back. So what is the world here? The world and the death card. That is two cards of closure. Two cards of closure. Eight of Swords. Y'all, they want this wrapped up so fast. Like, hurry up, everybody shut up and close this case because somebody can mess around and go to jail. Eight of Swords. I appreciate you, Pink Sprinkles. Said, I want to welcome you to the Cat Palace t-shirt. Oh! Oh, you said I keep watching the Voltron reading? Oh, thank you. That's why I got this shirt. Hold on, y'all. Thanks to this case, y'all, Voltron has formed. I told y'all Voltron would form. She brought together every soul on the face of the earth that can't stand her in the same place, and now they're unified. And when these people start realizing what's happening and who's working with who, they're going to set their differences to the side and help each other to get what they need to get out. So why didn't I get invited to the... I'm not messing with you, Austin. So, Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, this was supposed to be in and out and over. It's an unrequited offer because a lot of money is on at stake here. A lot of people's wealth, everything that they put off into this. And look at this, the Lovers. So her and her husband, everything they have is at stake now after this case. But shout out to Armand. He gonna get his numbers off of this. So expect him to, get a couple of more media sound bites or plugs off of this case. People are going to, plug him again like they did with the Diddy trial. So the collaboration, okay, to talk about that they could have possibly fight. Now they're actually going to collaborate to fight to get this story out. Not even that they're working together, but they're going to work twice as hard to get this story out. After they took this leap of faith, these two are really, really going to make it their business to get to the bottom of things, and they're going to make a nice coin off of this. So this is why you don't mess with people that are petty and intelligent at the same damn time. So, Angel, we keep telling you that you can't have a whole successful t-shirt line. Get on. Oh, thank you. Hold on, there's something that I missed here. You said these three bloggers are going to change this industry. Well, here's the thing. The urban blogger sphere is going to flip everything on its axis because they're going, when I say the Associated Press is going to love the shenanigans from the YouTube sphere, because there's things that they can say that they can't say over at the Associated Press. So baby, they can get their giggles and their kikis and their all of it off of them while reporting the news. And think about that. This becomes a guilty pleasure because they can do all of the things that they can't do as, actual Associated Press. So it's going to be really, really funny to watch the way that their commentary goes night by night, because now they are really hell bent on getting the story out and making sure that people are not manipulating the narrative. And I want to say there's one I saw today that literally pissed me off. The Jasmine brand, you are full of all types of fraganackle bullshit. That headline that you put out today was so out of line and misleading. You practically are a hair away from defamation yourself. That was a full-blown lie that you posted today. And I hope somebody shows this to you. If you have any integrity, you need to take that down, reword it, and put it out the way that it was, because there's enough food on the table for everybody to eat by just reporting what actually has been said and what's really happening. You're going to be on the wrong side of right when this turns around and there is no brand connected to Jasmine anymore. If you believe in your brand, if you have integrity, all you have to do is report what's actually out there. That's it, and that's all. You don't have to pick a team. There is no side. The story is sensational enough the way it is. Stop making up stuff. What you said was absolutely ridiculous. I would tell you go stand in the corner, but you'd probably be in the corner still tweeting. It's sad. Just tell what's actually out there. You can even share the bloggers that are at court and give the different commentaries. The traction is going to come from the people in your comments that are leaving their digital footprint, which is helping you to make money and getting you advertisers. You're going to make your money anyway. Have some decorum. You said Hot 97 Trash Payola Nation. I haven't heard Hot 97, but I will tell y'all this. There's going to be a difference in the narrative before we get to the holiday. See, right now, everybody's picking a side because they're used to the way that things always have been. They have no idea on how things are about to be. Matter of fact, y'all, hold on. Let me clear this table, because I don't think I tapped into this yet. Y'all let me know, because I mean, I tap into a lot of stuff on Wednesdays. Did we tap into the Rico coming to radio? I don't think I did. Did we tap on the Rico coming to radio, y'all? You said we did? Okay. I want to update that. Let's update what's going to happen with the Rico coming to radio. Because it's like they know it's coming and nobody takes it serious. Thank y'all for letting me know, because y'all know we cover a lot of stuff. Show me what's going to come with... matter of fact, let's do one even better. How about radio after the fall of Pebble Nation? Let's try that one. Radio after the fall of Pebble Nation. I'm going to get my Ciro Marchetti because I need some extra legal cards. Y'all, when I tell y'all I crack myself up, I'm tired of my shit. I ordered this deck, right, and I was so excited. I mean, cutest deck ever. Cutest. Thank you, Vanity. Cutest deck ever, y'all. Why did I not know that this deck that I got for the super low was in Spanish? Had no idea until the deck got to my house. And I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to just learn how to be bilingual and read. I'm going to read in Spanish. I'm going to figure this out. I mean, it was only like $8. Like, why not? I'm going to learn Spanish through tarot. Let's see. Where's my Ciro Marchetti? Hold on, y'all. There we go. Alrighty, Ciro Marchetti, Tarot of Dreams. All right, now let's look at radio and what's going to happen after the fall of Pebble Nation. So I've been trying to speak Spanish and be done accents. No! Stop it, Austin, not accidentally release the demon. You know what? I'm not playing with you, okay? Would you say you could teach me? Thank you. Because outside of food, don't ask me too much. I know how to let you know I want to smoke. I know how to order drinks and food. Now, basic conversation, I'm going to catch a word here and there, and my internal nosiness is going to fill in the blanks, and we're going to have a whole conversation off of like 5 words. I don't know how I do it, but I gets it done. Somehow it works. I need to learn more than those 5 words. All righty. Yes, Mota. Come on now. I know about Mota. That's one of my words. Oh, okay. Pay attention. Radio after the fall of Pebble Nation. I can comprehend more than I speak to. I can have a whole conversation until you need me to respond. Now, when it's time to respond, I know key words. Okay. Oh, Lord. Off the rip. Now, see, I know if you say puta, we got a problem. Because we're going to be calling each other those back and forth in English, Spanglish, and Spanish. So, Lord. So we have a very prominent company here, very well-known company here, literally death, end. Yes, the spirit realm said it's definite, it's on its way. Eight of Coins, okay. The Empress, so a lot of work or a lot of collaborations come out of the association here. That will be automatically cut off. especially when you got the Two of Cups here, which represents working in tandem and collusion, allegedly, automatically cut off. Okay, so lots of business will be lost. Five of Pentacles, automatically people will be out in the cold. So we're looking at people losing jobs, people, going broke. Unstable income. Damn, that's crazy. Because, like, these are the things that end up having to come through the program director. It will be a large loss of income, possibly through like marketing budgets or whatnot. End of a cycle, bottom of the deck. So it looks like this King of Wands brings a lot of things into fruition through these marketing budgets that will be laid to rest. Yeah, Six of Coins, which could be, money that could possibly be paid, rendered in some kind of way that might be considered off the books. Possible bonuses, gratuity in some type of way, however you want to look at that, allegedly. And people will struggle. So, yeah, if you got some personality on radio, you might want to start you a podcast and get ready for your radio show to possibly start cutting budgets, or the station that you work for cutting budgets due to marketing budgets drying up. Yeah, there will be people walking away to hide their own secrets. Eight of Cups with this huge moon here. People are walking away to hide their own secrets that possibly worked with or collaborated with them. Yeah, it will no longer be in their best interest to defend or stand up for these people. Seven of Wands is defend. Four of Cups is an unrequited offer, so it will no longer be in their best interest to stand up for these people, because law enforcement will be right behind them, and that also will have corporate trying to figure out new ways to do things, like we need to disassociate. So as they start to have more internal investigations or possibly federal investigations coming down the pike, you're going to see less and less associations, because people are going to, baby, when I say they're going to flee like napalm went off. Yeah. Lots of regrets. Okay, they're going to try to separate themselves. Two of Swords. People are going to feel betrayed. Okay, lots of regrets. No, I didn't see what Angela Yee said. And here it is. There's a lot of stability that comes out of this relationship, but there's going to be full exposure. Remember, I said these people don't take this serious. They don't take this serious. How people actually have their stability, how they live, how they afford to live the way they live is going to be scrutinized. Hold on, y'all. This a little hot. I'm sitting right in front of the damn heating vent, and it ain't playing with me. Okay. So 10 of Cups here, falling under the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And that's losing total stability and generational wealth. Um, this family, possibly even like sister companies, and people will see this. So you'll possibly see, smaller markets possibly be sold off, or you're going to see like the the DJs really fighting to be in key markets because the money is going to dry up in these markets. Angela said, when engagement calls and rent is due, narratives get flexible. Mm. Mm. Would you say I've been saying this stuff was going to happen over 10 years ago, but was seen as crazy, but it wasn't happening fast enough. Now I feel vindicated. Yeah, this is going to, man, when I tell you the fall of Pebble Nation getting everybody investigated, this is going to be worse than Puffy. They're going to be like, I hate you so much right now. Shout out to Khalees. Yeah, cycle close. And it's also going to bring a close to offers, opportunities. And this is going to happen really fast, y'all, when it does. We're going to see it. It's going to happen really fast when it does. It's going to shake the table. And see, it's not the smaller markets that you're going to see this. I knew somebody would catch those lyrics. It's not the smaller markets that we're going to see this problem in first. We're actually going to see this in the larger markets first. It's like cutting the head off the snake and watching the body drop. You're going to see those who are up here with the morning shows and the drive time shows, the ones that have the largest, listenership. So, those people, it's going to topple down like this. It's actually going to be a good thing to be at the bottom, because I mean, how far can you go if you're already at the bottom? Now you get to make your name. You get to move up. You get to become the new star of radio, or whatever is left of it, honey. Well, when they say it's all love, no, it's not. The death card. People are going to be trying to end things left and right, because remember I said the secret's back here. Folks do not want to be caught up in certain affiliations. Thank you for the little gift. Yeah. And we're talking about, these are people who've been associated for years. People who, feel like family. They get invited to personal events. They get to sit with the cool kids. Like, this is who this is going to hit first. You said, or whatever Webby said. Okay, so the Hermit, the Chariot, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Hermit, everybody's going to feel like they're in a dark night of the soul. People are going to try to separate themselves. They're going to try to get as far as they can away from this equation, okay? Wishing they had followed their intuition when they first heard that they were being watched. Like I said, they didn't take this serious. They should have took it serious. Page of Cups. Well, look like they're going to be sorry when judgment comes. Because the judgment's going to get passed around the table. And some of these folks that work in radio, You're going to feel real sick and real sad when your name starts popping up in paperwork, um, in concert to or in concert with. And some of y'all got "I'ma tell" written all over your damn forehead. They ain't even got to ask you nothing. You just going to be telling and telling and telling. Because you want to hurry up and get out the way before your secrets come out. I got a feeling I know who that is. Yeah, you got a lot of sneaky stuff going on, underhanded stuff going on yourself. So you gonna tell to keep from going to hell. Lord have mercy. They gonna be just sitting there like, don't write no notes. Just cut the camera on. Just let them talk and talk and talk. Probably gonna be crying too. Oh yeah, you giving people name at the damn top. You giving people name at the top. Soon as judgment come, I didn't do nothing. Lord Jesus, when the saints come marching in, whatever they say in church, I am a husband and a family man. I ain't never done nothing to nobody almost a little bit. Yeah, when this is all said and done, a couple notable names are going to be hearing that they can go to prison. So yeah, just the sight of somebody telling you that you got to visit somebody in jail, let alone actually go. Uh-huh. No, I'm not no fighter. They gonna do this to me when I get in there. I'll tell you everything. Independent woman, Nine of Swords. So you're going to have people that are going to be singled out, and they know they got heavy anxiety because they've received some under the radar payments, some off the book payments, yeah, by the way, if I, Bitcoin you or send you something to your account, or if your condo just happens to get paid up for the next few years type payments. Yes, nieces. We just say, excuse me. Folks don't want to be panhandling. But this is going to happen. A lot is going to be laid to rest, and we're going to see this. Y'all expect some very, very big names in radio to be under investigation. Now is podcast time. Y'all need to use y'all connections over there to good old Apple Music, Spotify. Hell, if the library will let you come in and record, that's what you need to do. Go find you a way to create your own brand before it's too late, because this is about to be pitiful. He said, and won't, that's their brand. It won't be their brand for too much longer, honey. Brands are about to be dissolved. Said, don't Funk Flex allude to this at one point, or am I tripping about the payments? No, you're not tripping. You're not tripping at all. He said it years ago. Said it years ago. And he ain't lied, because there is a pipeline here, some breadcrumbs to follow. Follow the money. Yay! Not the goat on the pedestal. Love it. Yeah, follow the money. There's breadcrumbs. There's a paper trail here, and some folks have a lot of crumbs that lead back to them and other people. So it's like people are trying to go in new directions and sever ties, but it's too late. They got years worth of information on people. If they've already started investigating whatever you have done, they already have it. They may be sifting through it to check the information, but they already got it. Oh, thank you, Nene. I was looking crazy earlier. I was on live with everybody in membership with a scarf on my head because I had a hair treatment in my head. Yeah. So these offers, okay, whatever these offers are about to be exposed. These things that made y'all life easier and better. I hope people have receipts that match their lifestyle. That's all I can say. I hope you have enough receipts that match your lifestyle. Well, Deep Blue, it don't matter what their brand is. The brands are about to be dissolved. It's a lot of brands that are about to be dissolved. We're looking at what can be federal investigations, cross-referencing federal investigations. So if there is a RICO coming to radio already, and there's a RICO coming over here to this company, and there's a RICO coming over here to this company, all of these RICOs are going to meet in the middle and form a spider web, and all this information is going to cross-reference all these other investigations. So there's no telling what all people are about to get caught up in. They're looking for it to rain, and it's going to rain, hail, sleet, snow, tsunami. They cannot expect what's coming because it's coming in too many different directions. All I can say is what I just said. I hope people's receipts match their lifestyle. Because if you have anything going on in your lifestyle that you cannot produce living wages that match your lifestyle, now you got problems with the IRS. And the IRS has not been shut down yet. So on the way out, the IRS is going to be bopping people upside the back of the head too. And this is going to be swift and aggressive. It's going to come in a way that these folks going to be confused because they're literally, you see this, the Seven of Cups? The government is considering all their options. They're not just hitting them in one way. They come in front, back, side to side. They're going to look at some of these relationships that people got going on. They're going to see if people have, deposited things on behalf of people because there's marketing packages are not far from payola. Let's just say that. So if you have done anything for someone who has been marketed for the company, but you have received something outside of what the company has possibly negotiated, that can be considered payola. That is against the law. Now, how many DJs take money off the books to do a concert, to do a drop, to whatever? Happens all the time. Yep. Here it is, the feds, and falling under the king of Pebble Nation, who has created this infrastructure that's coming to an end, and folks are getting locked up. We're going to see some interesting dynamic changes in the way people communicate, the way that they report things between Gemini season to July of next year. Spring of next year is going to be Very, very interesting, because there's going to be some changes between this year and the beginning of next year that is really, really, really going to shake the table. By spring, some people going to really be trying to clean up their act, and it's going to already be too late. So those PPP loans are coming to spank their asses. They never saw it coming. Oh, this is bigger than the PPP loans. And by the way, they are still arresting people for PPP loans. They surely did not stop. They're on like what, their fourth or fifth wave of PPP loan arrest. Mm-mm. Breakfast Club, baby, I don't know what you gonna do, because the two anchors of the show gonna catch hell. And I don't think Jessica and what's the other young lady name? Lauren LaRosa, I don't think they can carry it. I don't think they can carry it. Envy, you barely slid out of that whole real estate debacle. I think they're still looking at him for that real estate situation. That might not be over. Charlemagne, you took your silly ass on the internet and talked about how you're biased and how you love Cardi B and how you will do anything for Cardi B. You don't just like her, you love her, and how she came to your daughter's house for her birthday party. Which was very peculiar, because could that have been considered a walkthrough, and how much does she charge for walkthroughs? Why do you keep asking, do we look alike? Why are you spamming my chat with that? Is your phone stuck? Because I promise you, we don't look alike when it comes time to pay my bills. I would love to pass them over to you, twin. Now, look like me then, so I can give you my bills. Oh, I thought, come on now, I want you to look alike. You say you have money unlike me. Honey, you don't know what type of money I have. The fact that you're asking, do we look alike, and you're talking about we have money, that says a lot about you. If I don't have any money and you look like me, what are you doing with your money? Oh, Lord, how glorious it must be to be simple minded and bored. Because I look great for somebody who don't have money, if that's what you're trying to say. And I bet you your credit score don't look like mine, sweetheart, because my credit score is sexy. What your credit score look like? Because if you want to look like me, that's how you should look like me. Your credit score should be all the way up here. We should be twins there. Oh, you try to troll somebody that got thrown out of detention. I got time. Talking about you got money and I don't. Why are you here? What is your investment portfolio? Do you have a money market account? Is it at least gaining income at 13% a month? Talk money to me. I like money conversation. I'm about to say, don't block her when I'm asking her about money, since she know about money. Cause ain't nothing broke about this. This take money every 2 weeks. Ain't that about nothing? You gonna tell me I ain't got no money, but you wanna know, do we look alike? Why would you wanna look like me if you don't think I look like money? You're probably 22 and look 55. It's a sad state of affairs to be simple-minded and ass backwards. And you that way on purpose. Would you say send a super chat, a little thousand? I mean, since you got it like that, it ain't tricking if you got it. Shoot, if you think I'm disenfranchised, honey, help the needy. I wear a size brand new SUV in 125,000. Whoo! Lord have mercy. Let me keep going. Oh, goodness. That is so funny. Talk about some you look like me and they go tell me you got money and I don't. Baby, to be slow and simple. Ain't it nice? Let's get back to these people that's about to be losing contracts. That must be somebody that worked down at the station. They mad because I just told them that their job is going to slap them up under them. Hey, my fault y'all about to be possibly Rico. Girl, go find you something to do. Oh, yeah. So now we got a lot of anxiety here. People are worried about how things are going to end. They're going to lose, money being ostracized. There's a lot of money on the line, okay? And this could literally start by Gemini season, y'all. So we're looking at Gemini season to May. So let's see. Gemini season. Yeah, Gemini season is in May, right? Like April, May? No, May to June. So like May to June, expect a huge toss-up in radio. This also feels like around the same time where there's a switch up in television as well. Okay, so it is May. Got it. May and June, you're going to see the results of things switching up. Ain't that around the time Nicki go on tour? When Nicki go on tour? I know her album dropped in May. Well, around the time Nicki album dropped, folks gonna be ducking and trying to figure out if okay. So this is going to be during her press run time. This could be around the time she get ready to go on tour. So you got March, April, May. Yeah, this is still. We talking about the Barbs. Y'all gonna let Nicki have a rollout every month as far as Nicki is concerned. Y'all ain't gonna buy her album in March and stop buying the album. Y'all gonna buy the album a couple times over. So this literally, her album comes out the end of March. So going off into April and May, it lines up. See, I already know it. Like the Barbs, y'all love Nicki, that y'all so petty that y'all will run her album up every month if y'all feel like it's necessary. Like what? Who said something and pissed me off? I'm gonna go rebuy Nicki's album. Did you say and will? People gonna have 5, 6, 7 copies of the same album. Who said something? What? You going number one? No, you won't rebuy Nicki's album. I thought it was crazy when they said that. What's the girl name? Doggone it, I'm seeing her face in my head. The one that got the album Alligator Bites Never Heal. What's her name? Doechii. When she said she was dropping on the same day, it's like, girl, for what? Did you see your last sales? And they ain't even no shade. That's like dropping on the same day as BTS. If I was an artist, I would never drop on the same day as BTS. You gonna drop on the same day as Nicki Minaj? Is anybody gonna even see you that day? Will you even exist that day? Will anybody even know your album came out until the next week? When chart data come back and you're like, damn, she did come out. What'd that say? Oh, okay. Like, why would you do that? Who geeked you up for that idea? You got to understand, they can't do the bots anymore thanks to Elon Musk. Elon, remember, he called out Billboard, so they had to repeal the whole bots thing, and that's what changed the whole way that they do the counting for the albums. So it ain't gonna be no bots to help her do nothing when it comes to those first week sales. Not with the Barbs, where y'all just gonna purposely put the damn albums on auto pay and just buy like 10 albums a piece just because. Like, I mean, and Doechii can rap, but honey, you didn't even crack 12,000, and you have yet to even be invited to perform on a stadium tour, let alone open a stadium tour. Like, she's making her money, she's making her rounds, she's doing her thing, but you got to compete in your bracket. You got to compete in your bracket. This is not your lane. That's like me deciding I just want to go out and go on tour, and I'm gonna come out the same day that Mariah Carey, Taylor Swift, and Sabrina Carpenter are dropping albums and be surprised that nobody saw my ass. What? What are you doing here? Who are you? I don't know her. So y'all, it looked like it ain't gonna be a good look for them when Pebble Nation crumbles. It's like radio already has investigations coming, but the blowback from them falling apart is really going to have people trying to find a way to not drown and to find a place to, just anchor yourself down and hope that when this is over, you're still standing. I said it last week and I'll say it again. All these people who talked about Nicki's mental health and possible substance problems, where is the communication? Where is the conversation the whole time she's been given to Jamaica? She was just at the UN, had the man at the UN gushing. He was excited to have learned about the Barbs and talked about how she was so intelligent and eloquent, unlike her peers. Unlike her peers, sir? Oh, not shade from the UN. And the funniest thing is, I saw people in the comments and said, she just want to be like Cardi so bad. And I'm like, well, what does that entail? If she was trying to be like Cardi, what would that mean? Show me what would that actually entail? Because I didn't see Nikki holding a phone. She enunciated and had proper elocution. She was professional. She said what needed to be said. She kept it very professional, to the point, and got right off the podium, and she let the UN people speak her praises. Literally, when that man said, unlike your peers, unlike your peers, oh, Lord have mercy. And he was so excited, y'all. He was so excited. He said, unlike your rivals. Even worse. Even worse. Even damn worse. Lord have mercy. Because who in the world couldn't narrow down who the rivals are and figure out who that actually was? Would you say Pedro is still evicted? He's been evicted. Oh, he's still tweeting he's been evicted. Oh, wait a minute. Pedro is the one that was supposed to be over the Barb's fund, right? The one that was sending out the gifts. I think that's who it was. Lord have mercy. Rivals is even worse. Lord, I've never shown up to a job that I don't work for anymore to do anything. The way they will ride the wave from outside of the club. No, I didn't see Pat Beverly arrested. I kind of like, I spent a large portion of the earlier part of the day trying to get stuff together for membership. Shout out to everybody in membership, because y'all got an hour and a half video with zero sound. But I made up for it. I came back and we had a whole live with me on the camera. That reading was heavy. So after that, I didn't do any more tap-ins, because I was going to do some readings to have for the regular channel. I just wanted to cleanse the energy in my house and kind of like be in silence for a minute, because it was just like, ugh. So goodness. So y'all, let's see. Let's tap into something petty as hell, because this is something that I was actually going to do a deep dive on. And since I'm not doing a deep dive, because I decided to just, get a little rest after I did that live earlier, let's tap into, for stealing furniture, I meant to fix this straw earlier because $11,000 worth of furniture. Was that a living room set? Hell, depending on your bedroom set, that because my bed is damn near that price. Like, damn, you gonna go to jail for some cheap shit? Now, come on now. You just said a whole set for grand furniture. I mean, I'm trying to be nice. Like, $11,000 is like a cute, living room set. Like, if if you're being cost effective, living room, dining room set, maybe you can get a furniture bundle. $11,000. That depends on the house that you furnishing and the type of furniture you buy. I like heavy wooden furniture. So that would be a room of furniture for me. Like my bed is around that price because it's all heavy wood. But I ain't going to jail for no damn $11,000. You can keep that. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, I'm definitely not. I ain't going for none of them. But I mean, if you gonna go to jail, damn. I mean, whatever happened to like criminals with aspirations? Like, what happened to the lofty criminals? Like the ones that we watch, where you look at the trap queens, and she used to be the queen of the whole West Side, and like her weave was like $20,000 a week. Like, what the $11,000? This is embarrassing. Like, if you gonna go, like, you need to be the type of criminal to where you got some money when you come out, because you might not be able to work for a while, so you can come out and start a business. You can't come out and do shit with $11,000. And then I mean, damn. Right. If you go big or go home, if you're going to be a criminal, what is the point of being a petty thief? That's petty as hell. Mr. Don, some of the biggest criminals I ever knew came from the bottom, and they the ones that became millionaires. And by the time they got caught, we see them on these TV shows. Like, where are your aspirations as a criminal? I don't believe you. You need more people. Damn. That is so petty. That is so petty. You said the new criminals using Chat GPT. I would hope not, because Chat GPT gonna snitch on you. She keep a whole record of everything. And then she train the algorithm and tell the police, look, this is what they doing over there. Now I'm gonna train you so that you know about the new fraud. What? Oh, the devil is a lie. What you say to Black Diamond? T. Ferris says he never seen Annabelle drink or get drunk in her life. I bet you he said he never seen a cheeseburger either. And the lie detector says that is a lie. So he ain't never see her on that live where she said she go put the straw back in the Hennessy. He ain't never see her do Batty Batty shot o'clock while she was on tour. Like, He was just blind and cross-eyed every time she was drinking, huh? Okay. You her manager and you ain't never seen her drink a day in your life, but I've seen her drink on social media. I bet you he tell people he can look down and see his Johnson too. Boy, a lie don't care who the hell tell it. Let me get off into this petty topic I was going to get off into. So, it has come to my attention that Alyssa has shaded Summer Walker. Alyssa has put up a message on her social media that they messed up her auto tune. I personally thought that could have been a private text or a phone call. Like, sis, is there any way, they can kind of fix the mix? It kind of sound a little off, please and thank you. Private conversation, nothing we had to hear, right? Now, you still ain't responded to Cardi saying that she'll go in your mouth, she'll whoop your ass, she ain't no pussy like you, but you can openly shade Summer Walker, who put money in your pocket and paid you to do that lazy ass feature that you did. That's gonna help me get sleep, because that's when I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna put it on repeat and listen to it when I go to sleep, because what you did with that definitely can't do nothing better for me than help me go. So I don't know if they mixed up the mix, but you ain't give them more, enough to really work with as far as I'm concerned. But let's tap into why you shaded Summer and you didn't just politely call her or text her or have your manager call her manager and say, is there any way they can fix the mix? Because I don't see why you would say nothing to Summer and you have yet to say something to Belcalis. And if you going on tour with Belcalis, I need everybody that goes on tour to please post everything if it look like they have a confrontation. I'm just checking for entertainment and educational purposes only. That's all. Alyssa is Lotto. Yes, Alyssa is Lotto. I have to call her Alyssa because Lotto, okay, is feeling herself. So I need to speak to, the manager, Alyssa, okay? Because I want to know why Alyssa is trying everybody but Cardi, a.k.a., or better known to her behind the scenes as Belcalis. Why you play with Summer like that? Not Clayco Karen. Now that's funny. Why you play with Summer like that? So you got the Ten of Cups here, and it's like everything between them was supposed to be like family. They were supposed to be cool, but you got the Five of Pentacles. You got the Five of Pentacles here, which is like being out in the cold, ostracized. Lord. So it looked like Summer gonna pay you dust, but that dust you kicked up might not be what you want. The Emperor and the Two of Coins. I don't know what's going on with her and her family dynamic. But it seems like somebody behind the scenes is trying to talk to her about how she's juggling her opportunities. Is she listening though? King of Wands, two of Swords. Girl, you don't tell me you're going to get dumped on your day off. Six of Coins and the Wheel of Fortune. So it feels like, working with Summer was, something that could be very, very profitable. This was going to be a very rewarding opportunity for her. But see, this is why you better leave Summer alone, High Priestess. And she ain't got to do nothing to you. Okay, let's make this correct. She ain't got to do nothing to you. When people are spiritually aligned a certain way, it's not about you pissing them off. It's about you pissing off their spirit team. So her wish fulfillment now is to heal things. Girl, I'm not going to cuss this early. I'm not. Her energy now is to heal things. So she has it in her mind that she's got these pie in the sky ideas about her moving on in love, engagement. Um, Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm not going to say that when I swallowed it. Death, heartbreak. So, all I can say is you should have had this conversation privately with Summer, because this is the wrong type of person to piss off. And where you have your mind, what you focus on, what you think is important, is the very thing in your life that will dry up. Page of Cups, Six of Wands. So it's like she wants to apologize and move forward. But baby, Summer not going to deal with you the same. I don't know what goes on with her thought process and why she thinks that she can play with people like this and then turn around and apologize. Everybody don't do that. Some people will let you apologize, and from that point on, you stay over there, I'll stay over here. Don't cross this line, I won't cross this line. Don't push it, I won't push you down. So we got the Four of Wands and Temperance. So it's like she knows that, she needs to get balanced through a new beginning. Y'all, she is so worried, and her mind is so wrapped around, this person that she's dating and wanting to get married, that she's not thinking of nothing else. This is all that matters to her. Creating a family, starting a family. She's, it feels like she's got baby fever, like she's really, really ready to start having a family. I don't know where this energy is coming from, because all I'm asking about is why you come at Summer like this. So she could care less about the situation with Summer, but she knows she needs to fix it. But it's like her head is so far up in the clouds that she needs to come down. Like she needs to come all the way back down. Cause I mean, relationship or not, you can't be shading people that's offering you opportunities. You don't know how other people are gonna look at this and if they're gonna work with you because of what they see as a lack of decorum with how you handled something else. And girl, you doing all this focusing on having a good time with this man, and this man still got third parties, and he still ain't. Oh God, he's still choosing to entertain multiple people, allegedly. Because everything I say on Allegedly Wednesdays is alleged. All things said are for entertainment purposes only. Oh yeah, King of Wands to the Ace of Wands, baby. 10 of Coins. Listen, he tapping people with the magic stick and sprinkling coins out here. He's still doing him. He's still, you know, out here dangling. The Strength and the Page of Coins. Ooh, Lord. So you got 6 of Coins here, Wheel of Fortune, and it feels like, you know, she doesn't take things as serious as well because, you know, this guy got her, you know, how else can I say it? He got her dick dizzy, and he giving her a good amount of money, and she's comfortable. So as long as she's comfortable, she's not really looking at the bigger picture. Two of Swords falling under the Star and the Seven of Wands. So no matter what, it's like if Summer deals with her, it'll be for business only. But as far as like dealing with her, she's cut off. And she feels some type of way. And I get it. I can see why she feels some type of way. Like, girl, what was that? Queen of Wands and the Lovers. So I guess she think him and her on the same level. You know, I'm out here, he's out here. No, you're not. No, you're not. You feel like you handling the D. He's out here letting the D mingle. You're not on the same level, allegedly. But whatever you do, okay? Because Queen of Wands, okay? Queen of Wands, remember the wand represents magic. So Queen of Wands, King of Wands are also magi. And then you got the High Priestess. So if we're talking about Summer, Summer could be, you know, in training, okay? This will be her in training. But she is in training under someone that is very, very, very skilled, okay? She's in training under someone that is very, very, very skilled. So if she's being initiated, she's still nothing to play with as the Queen of Wands. But who she trains under, not to be played with. Two of Coins and the Death. So she's straight on you because she feel like Alyssa is two-faced. She was like, I'm good without you. You're two-faced. How she feel about an apology? How she feel about the apology? She ain't gonna say nothing to her, but the secret is, baby, judgment. I would say don't push it, because this is somebody you do not want to be upset with you. Just keep it cute and keep it mute. Leave Summer alone. I don't think Summer is going to want to address you. She's just going to keep pushing on, doing work. But, you know, the side eye is eternal. I don't get that, though. It's like, why in the world would you shade Summer but not say anything to the person who threatened to fight you? Oh, thank you. Let's see. Hold on. We're gonna get just a little bit more off into this, and then I'm gonna turn this loose. So let's go with what's the gossip? Show me what's the gossip between Lotto and Summer. Show me what's the gossip between Lotto and Summer. DM slide, unexpected flirtation, direct message, testing the water, sliding into your DM inbox. So it looks like, you know, Lotto will be the first one to reach out to her to test the waters, to see how things going, to make sure everything is cool. Girl, if you work with her, chances are your people got her number and her people got your number. You could call her directly. I would leave you on red. Why are you DMing me when you could actually pick up the phone and call? Closure. Letting go, ending chapter, emotional release, finally free, deep fake. What I tell you, deep fake. She feel like she two-faced. She fake. She's like, I'm good on you. Closing the chapter. Damn, that one almost did a damn cartwheel. Unbreakable. Inner toughness, endurance, hardship, strength through adversity. Nothing can break me. So Summer feel like she ain't even on her level. When you got inner child and nothing can break me, she looks at her as childish. Like you got a lot of growing up to do. What you do, you know, it don't change the weather over here. I got other things to be concerned about. Whatever. Cuffing season, temporary relationships, seasonal companionship, short term, warm until spring, deja vu. So it's like, okay, you know, I ain't see it for you like that anyway. You know, this is why I don't really mess with girls like that. You know, here today, gone tomorrow, and then you got deja vu. It's like, I've been through this before. This is why I don't mess with girls like that. Mirror, mirror, facing yourself and others, reflective relationships, self-awareness. What you see is you, and speak up. So she feels like, allegedly, you know, you need to look yourself in the mirror, hold yourself accountable. Um, and remember, I said, why haven't you spoke up to other people who have actually come at you sideways. So she doesn't take her serious. Like, you take zero accountability for what you do. You need to grow up, and you need to speak up when, it's necessary. Because as you can see, it's other people speaking in the background, and it's heartbreak here. So hidden agenda, booked and busy. So yeah, she's like, if you come back trying to be nice, trying to give me a gift, trying to make it seem like everything is sweet out in public, I'ma know you on one. And I don't have time for your shit. I'm out working. I'm out doing me. I'm doing my rollout. I have no time for what you're talking about. I know if you try to make up with me, especially if it is public, if it's performative, you doing the most, and you're not really sorry. You're saving face publicly. And I want y'all to look at this gift, hidden agenda. You see this devil's tail hanging out the back of the gift? So she's already up on it. It's like, this gives me the type of person that, is very sensitive to vibes and energy. And if she don't like your energy, she'll take your gift and throw that shit in the trash, or leave it out on the porch and not come out and get it. Yeah, false alarm, exaggerated panic, unnecessary drama, overreaction to minor events, much ado about nothing. So yeah, she felt like you did the most over the tiniest thing. Like I said, this could have just been a simple text or a phone call. She sees people like her like they're draining. Recharge. Situational single and rebound. Situational single and rebound. Lord, what you say what Nikki did to Megan Flowers? Baby, sometimes you can't let what you feel is the devil in your house. So she's so over it. And situational single. You see this person sipping tea, right? So they sitting here sipping tea with these people back here in these relationships. Like, girl, if you knew the tea that I knew about your situation, you better be glad that I'm not even on that level. Don't play with me. Yeah, CEO energy. She like, look, I'm on the bigger, better things. I'm out here making money. I'm vibing. Swipe right. It's a match. There's other people that I can be working with. It's no big deal. I brought an opportunity to you, not the other way around. I brought a blessing to you. So, yeah, that is kind of messed up that, she gave you a feature. She put money in your pocket, and you shaded her on an opportunity that she brought to you. Said, I wonder, was it something underlining that led to her doing this instead of calling? That's a good question. I mean, to me, it's just unprofessional. Even if it is something underlining, you got to think about the other people who are going to see this that could potentially want to work with either party. Blind date and lesson learned. So blind date is like this may have been something that kind of like fell in her lap. Was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll work with her. Like, somebody could have suggested her. She called her up and, okay, let's work, let's do this, that, and the other. So she may not have even been a first choice. This could have been a suggestion, and because somebody brought her up, she was like, oh sure, I'll show her love, let's go. And then here it is, she show you love, and now it's like, okay, I'll never work with you again. I'm straight on you. Yeah, I think it's unprofessional as well. So here it is. You got the glow up, and then you got this person over here in the mirror. So how is it you got the glow up here, but this person in the mirror doesn't match in the reflection and behind the mask? So she's literally like, I know the real you. I see the real you. I see through you. Yeah, breaking cycles and me versus me. She like, girl, I'm not even about to do this with you. Like, my only competition is me. I ain't beefing with nobody who I put money in their pocket. It's bigger things I could be doing. Listen, I ain't mad at her for that. I ain't even mad at her for this. It's like, look, I'm in the middle of my rollout. I'm not going to destroy my rollout rolling up on you. Hidden agenda, ascension. So it's like maybe back in the day you could have got me, but clickbait. So shocking. You won't believe this story. Misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truths is not what it seems. So that's pretty much how it feels like her apology is going to be. Like, oh, it wasn't even all that big. You know, it ain't even all of that. Y'all just made this into something that it didn't have to be. No, you should have never shared that. So you got real and fake commitment issues, and this falls under false alarm. So Alyssa gonna backpedal and pussy pop up out of this one and try to make it seem like it's not what, you know, people think it is. Look at the bottom of the deck, gaslighting. And I don't know about y'all, but gaslighting pissed me off. You better off not saying nothing than to gaslight me. Do not play in my face, because that's the part that pisses me off the worst. You can say, you know, you don't apologize. It is what it is. I can respect that better than you doing this. This right here, no ma'am. Don't say nothing at all if you're going to gaslight me. Would you say I blame Cardi because now Lotto feel like she has to prove herself? I don't blame Cardi, because if she gonna prove herself, she need to prove herself to Cardi. Cardi the one that said she was gonna roll up on you and go in your mouth because you weren't gonna do nothing about it. So if you gonna prove something, there's a start. And I ain't saying she got a fighter, but you don't let nobody talk about you like that, especially when they using you to sell their album. She would have said that about me. I would have had my people call right on over to her label and told them, take my name, my likeness, and my full feature off of that damn album. Whoop that. And I would have did it in the middle of her rollout. Oh, you tracking week? Take my shit off that album and let's see how you track. I don't care if I got you 2 more than you had before that I made that phone call. You won't get no more. You gonna do what to who? Take everything off that album. You need somebody to open for you? Get somebody else. Since you gonna whoop my ass. I would have cut that right then and there. Notice, out of all those people she threatened on that phone call, she only apologized to Lotto. She ain't apologized to Megan. She ain't apologized to Ice Spice. And poor little damn Riot. Riot don't even say nothing to nobody. You ain't apologized to Riot. Yeah, she said that. She was on a phone call and they bought ownership of the phone call and turned it into, I want to say, a performance piece. Like it was music to keep vloggers from playing that phone call across all of social media because she sounded like she had rabies. See, it's certain things I don't play with. You say you gonna put your hands on me? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Right. Got it copyrighted. You gonna do what with who? All right. I'm gonna make you wanna whoop my ass. Take my name, my likeness, and my performance off of everything. And I want it done right now in the middle of your tracking week. Now say something else. And you don't take it off, I'm taking you to court. So, yeah, some are like, look, I got new things coming to me. You acting brand new. You know, rip you out the plastic. You acting brand new. I'm good. Said she called her the P word. Yes, she did. Said she wasn't going to do nothing about it. Said she was going to go in her mouth. She said like she said she ate the P word like matter of fact, she said she ate the P word like Lotto and Megan. And Megan, you sit up here talking about she owe you 2 more songs. She said she's gonna whoop your ass too. B Frost, you are hilarious. Where have you been? Hey Adam from the UK. Yeah, now that's something funny. We haven't tapped into that. Let's go further down the petty verse. How does Megan really feel about Cardi saying she gonna whoop her ass? Because I thought that was absolutely hilarious that she said that Cardi still owe her 2 songs, and we ain't heard Cardi respond to nothing she said. And you got 2 of the biggest charting songs on the album that made the album go platinum the same day. What? Bongos and WAP? Take my shit off this album. You call Rock Nation for everything else, why you ain't call them for that? Let's see, what deck am I going to use? I thought that was real peculiar. Like, you can sit up here, let this girl say she gonna beat your ass, and you talking about she owe you 2 songs. What's the first one gonna be called? Let Them Hoes Fight? Right, said in posting with the baby in one and the stickers in the other one. Said they both fake. I mean, it's certain stuff I don't play with. You ain't gonna be threatening to put hands on me, and I'm gonna just sit here and pretend like ain't nothing. That's not cute. So show me, how does Megan actually feel about Cardi saying that she was going to put her hands on her and she wasn't scary like her? How does Megan actually feel about this? You said with a Boosie beat. Come on now. Shit. What, she used that line from Crime Mob. Talking about some, I'm about to go get Diamond, Nuck if you buck. Ooh. So we got the moon here, which is keeping your feelings concealed. The hot girl is keeping her feelings concealed about how she really feels about what Cardi said. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles. She got too much riding on this, too much that she's invested in this situation. The Empress, things that she's trying to bring into fruition. Also, she didn't want to go back at her while she was pregnant. Come on, Pink Sprinkles. That's the way I feel. Like, you know what? Why wouldn't you take that serious? That's a direct threat. So yeah, she definitely blurred his face and the picture just felt awkward. Oh, talking about the picture with the baby. Okay, so we've got Justice here, which is the Libra. The Libra and the 7 of Wands. So Listen, it looked like Cardi felt like she meant what she said, honey. She was in full jump off the porch mode. So if it was to be something, between the two of them, I do feel like Megan would have defended herself, but she got too much invested in this situation with Cardi. Tell me what she has invested in this that she could let her publicly or openly disrespect her and stay quiet about it. King of Cups. Yeah, she's very, very deep in her feelings about this, but she's not going to say anything. She's heavy in her thoughts. Eight of Swords. Also, why are you worried about going to damn jail? I mean, that's always an afterthought if somebody threatened me first. I don't fight no more. I'm a lady now. Yep. So the Fool. I think this feels like she was shocked by this, like this came out of nowhere. This was like a leap of faith and it was exposed. So it's like, damn, wow, you feel like that? Page of Coins. So once again, it's like this is a business situation. Okay, and she knows if she defends herself or if she says anything about fighting her, this can affect her business. Okay, so that's what's keeping Megan quiet. It's something else to this. What is this secret? Because this started off with a secret. Why is she keeping her mouth shut? What is this secret? I knew it. Cardi know a secret. She know the truth about you, and whatever she knows about you, you can go to jail. Now, remember I said, why the hell is she worried about jail? Whatever Cardi know about her can send her to jail. Allegedly. That makes sense to me because Cardi collect tea on everybody. Cardi collect tea on everybody. And that's right. She was cool with Party as well. Not how you tell a crow your secrets. Damn, Cardi know she know your inner workings to all your business. Yes, that's why you playing it cute. Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Coins. Excuse me, Nine of Cups. Your wish fulfillment is to maintain a working relationship. And you've made a lot of money with Cardi. Damn, Cardi, who you ain't got ransom over? Who you ain't got tea on? Because she definitely holding something over her head. And this explains why she didn't respond to her when she said, you owe me 2 songs. Cardi didn't respond, yay, nay, nothing. It was like she wasn't even talking to her. Eight of Wands. Eight of Swords. Honey, whatever she know can get you locked up quick, fast, in a hurry. Oh, what Cardi know about you, girl? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you got too much invested in trying to, whatever this is, business, stability, your wish fulfillments. What she know about you can crumble everything. I kept telling y'all I felt like that Enough song was Cardi taking a swing at Megan. What the hell was let me see. Oh, he said when was he gonna win the lotto? Oh man. Hold on. Let me hold on. Let me read the words to enough. Okay. She says, me versus you, and you know who they picking. Cheap and expensive, you know the difference. You know that it's hitting, you know what it's giving. Hair, nails, polar bear. I can survive in the coldest condition. Hoes better lower their tone when they spitting. Bitches is washed, soap in the dishes. I apply pressure, boa constrictors. Like one bitch, two bitch, old bitch, new bitch, none of you bitches gon' do shit. I'm in Miami, pull up on cruise ships. You in Miami, four holes to a room shit. When I step, it's stampede. Foot on necks, can't breathe. Lucky Charms, Van Cleef. Diamonds on the dance team. I see my ops linking up. I'm like, what in the fuck? If you scared, then just say that hoe. Enough is enough. They was just in my DMs. Ain't no trust in these sluts. I'm about to call up Diamond, bitch. Nuck if you buck. Hold on. I'm like, ooh, child, cool down. Too hot, too wild. Mugler, new style. Said, you ain't fucking with me, girl. Give me one shot. I'm raising a glass. Give me two shots. I'm shaking this ass. Give me three shots. I'm ready to fuck. Give me four shots. Give me five, four shots. Girl, that's backwards. I'm supposed to give me four, then give me five shots. I'm ready to splash. God gave it to me. I gotta pop it. I'm standing on business. I'm really about it. Bitches be talking, mouth bigger than than they pockets. Ooh, girl, tell me about it. I'm litty, I'm pretty, I'm running the city. I'm shitting on bitches in every department. This ass is heavy and thick like peanut butter, and bitches is jelly about it. Did a lot of winning, did a lot of scoring. Cardi Bryant, Cardi Jordan. These bitches is sore losers. They can't do it. It's not important. Look, hey, I'm getting better and betterer. I do not see no competitors. You know the gang hit that. See, it's this line right here where I feel like this is what I didn't tell you to go back to the beginning. Hold on. This is the line where I feel like Cardi was actually speaking directly to Megan. Hold on. You know the gang hit that pussy. They said it was regular degular. Can't see me in fighting. Can't see me in fashion. Can't see me with money. These bitches is bugging. Either these bitches is blind or I'm invisible. Bitches can't see me in nothing. Now, is it just me? Is it just me? Or do y'all remember that a very prominent man in hip hop made the statement that somebody let the crew hit? And it was somebody that Meg worked with. Okay, so I know I wasn't the only one that heard that. So when I went back and I read that in Cardi Rap, I said, this, in my mind, this got to be about Megan. Why are they silently beefing? Why is she saying that you pretty much lower your tone and watch your mouth and letting it be known you can't see her in nothing? You can't outdress her, you can't whoop her ass, you can't even compete with her, so you might as well compete where you can, where you compare. And then next thing you know, you got Megan coming out with the BOA song, and she's talking about time up, why these bitches ain't clocking out. And it's like, y'all, am I tripping? Are y'all sneak dissing, going back and forth, dropping diss records, but don't nobody want to say who they dissing? Okay. So tell me more about Cardi's side of this. So it feel like it started off all love. Ace of Cups. It started off all love, and then there was this situation where she could have went to jail or should have went to jail. So King of Cups to the Nine of Swords to the Temperance card is letting me know that Cardi iced her out for a while. She was not speaking to her. She pretty much separated from her, and this gave Megan anxiety of some kind. So it feels like Megan was trying to rekindle the relationship with Cardi, not the other way around. Thank you, Philip Hill. I appreciate you. Yeah. So you got the Fool here in the Faith card, and that's like taking a leap of faith. The Star. Yeah, the Star is the Aquarius. This was Megan that took the leap of faith to try to work with Cardi, to try to rekindle a relationship with Cardi, because it felt like Cardi was not speaking to her. You said Cardi can't fight. I saw those videos. I wasn't convinced either, but hey, she got a fighting spirit. I haven't seen it quite manifest in the 3D, but she be ready to do whatever she do. So here it is. Yeah. If it wasn't for work, she would have made the choice to completely lay this situation to rest with her a long time ago. But she got all types of information stockpiled on Megan. And as you can see on this card, you got eagles flying in. So she got people coming from all different levels that give her information on Megan. She got stuff on Megan and Megan don't even know she got. Yeah, and if she was to tell her business, it would definitely crumble her and bring her heartbreak. And look, it's a fire sign male involved in this. Okay, making more sense. Emperor and the 10 of coins. Makes sense. The fallout between them has something to do with the fire sign male and some information that she knows behind the scenes where she has the full truth about a situation, and she just could not look at her the same, but she keeps her mouth shut for business purposes. She's Cardi about her coins, she about her money, so she ain't gonna mess up her money. Like I said, plenty of information comes back and forth to her. Queen of Coins. She's going to focus publicly on her money. But she's still collecting the information on Megan. People still telling her stuff. Cardi is like the boneyard. She knows where a lot of the bones are buried when it comes to people's personal lives. She collect tea. She keep the juice on everybody around her. Um, I would not want to keep Cardi in my close circle. My what the hell they used to call that on T-Mobile? Your, your top five. I wouldn't want her in my top five, my circle, because I don't like having people this close to me that like to collect personal information in case of emergency, in case of, needing to, have something. Close friends, thank you. I knew somebody damn remembered. Yeah, I don't like that. Like, I don't believe in stockpiling people information for, that break in case of emergency moment. If we ever cool and I got your business, I just got your business. The only way I would say anything is if somebody literally is in harm's way. Like, it would have to be to protect you. I could be mad at you all I want, but that don't mean I got to, spill your business. So here we go. The Tower to the wish fulfillment. So yeah, she's got too much invested in what she's got going on and how she makes money and how this affects her business wise to tell what's going on with Megan. Had her and Megan not have worked together and it been on her larger projects that made her the most money, we probably would have heard this stuff already, but she's not going to mess up, her own business opportunities. Said they've been friends for a long time. I wouldn't use friends in this equation at all. All of this is out of convenience. This is all out of convenience. And if it wasn't something that wouldn't take away from Cardi's album sales, her business, her making money, honey, she'd have spilled this already. But the Ace of Swords to the Three of Swords, this is a heartbreaking truth. And it goes both ways. Like, she could ruin her with this truth, and there's a truth that she knows about her that is heartbreaking. So 4 of Cups to the 6 of Coins. Like I said, she's not going to mess up how she gets her money. So she's going to be strategic. Now, okay, Cardi is still underhanded. She's still petty. She's still somebody I wouldn't trust with my private information. But she's going to do what she needs to do to protect the church's money, hands down. So, yeah, this explains why Cardi ain't say nothing. Well, excuse me, why Megan ain't say nothing after that call was leaked where Cardi said she was going to put hands on her. She can't afford to. She cannot afford to. What Cardi got on her got her wrapped up. Said, does she think her tea isn't coming out? She ain't got much longer. It's gonna come out regardless. But this totally feels like if it wouldn't affect business for Cardi, if it wouldn't affect her money, it would have been said. This is solely about her protecting her own private interests. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with respecting Megan. You know, She don't really care for Megan like that. Take it or leave it. This is all about business, nothing personal. I don't even mess with you for real. Not like that. So damn, that's that's crazy. And to see that Megan, you tower over this girl, over this lady rather. You tower over her. You're almost a full foot taller than Cardi. And obviously could win the altercation, but Cardi got her foot on your neck. Ain't nothing you could do about it. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. This is a fight you can't even afford to get into, even if you wanted to. Not to laugh at disco ball. Damn, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I'm getting tired. I got a few things to do tomorrow. I'll see everybody in membership tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Everybody else, I will see you Friday night on Twitch for Allegedly Fridays. If you'd like to book a reading with me, please email me at angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can to book your reading. Half an hour is $44. A full hour is $88. Ancestral readings are $111. Criminal investigation readings are $250, and that's the only reading I have that is a full 3 block hour of time where I will go all the way through, the situation, especially if it is a situation where someone has been unalived, and I will go through that person's last day, all of the things that happened to them before the situation happened up until the time that it happened, and pull that information to get you what you need. So, y'all, I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to go and probably watch Armand or Donat and be fully entertained on what the notes are for court today because I got to get caught up. And hopefully the stenographer didn't fall asleep in court today, y'all. Because they need to wake Auntie up or just tell her it's time for her to retire. She can't be at work not hearing shit and falling asleep. That we just ain't gonna be doing that. So all of y'all have a wonderful evening. And I will see y'all every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Allegedly Wednesdays here on YouTube. Tarot class in my membership on Mondays. We do spiritual tap-ins on Thursday where we learn more about cleansing and healing energy and things like that. And then we're back to the shenanigans again on Twitch on Friday. So for all of you who like to come to Twitch, thank you so much. My videos on Twitch will not be live. Well, excuse me. Let me say this properly. I won't be able to release them publicly. They're all recorded. They're all saved until I get to 1,000 subscribers on Twitch. So I want to say I'm about maybe 260, 250 people away from being at 1,000 subscribers on Twitch. So once I get to 1,000 subscribers on Twitch, everything on Twitch becomes public and y'all can come back and see them without me being live. So get me to 1,000 on Twitch, y'all, so that you can come back over there and watch those lives without having to, come over on Friday to our secret club. Even though we have some infiltrators coming in on Friday, playing in the chat, cutting up, trying to pretend like we don't know where they really came from. If you were here on Friday on Twitch, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But, okay. Whoo! Almost to 1,000 on Twitch. Soon as we get there, everything is public, and we can really, really, really turn up, and I can simulcast from Twitch and YouTube and, really have some fun. So I'll see y'all later. Have a good night.